Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked God for. You just got to quit tripping while you're in the process, because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when he gets you on the other side of it, you're going to see exactly why it went that way, and you're going to be okay with it. But quit tripping during the process.
God has been speaking to me lately that the deepest things he will do in my life start shallow. But God can do a deep thing with a shallow start.
Sometimes we want to look at the very end result, and we want to see how in the world we'll ever get there. But God is just saying, look at today. My grace is sufficient for today. Everything you need is here today. I think the trouble we get into is we start working on tomorrow's grace today. We say, but what about tomorrow, God? When God is saying, don't worry about tomorrow, just work on today. I got tomorrow handled. You know, and then when we start doing these kind of things, we start questioning ourselves. Then we start having these doubts and we have fears, and maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not adequate, maybe I don't have what it takes. And then we start going down the wrong road. But God said, before the foundation of the world, he already knew you. And he's already equipped you to do whatever he's going to call you to do.
It's easy to go through life worried about how we're going to accomplish a dream, how we're going to get out of a problem, how we're going to meet the right person. We look at all the reasons why it's not going to work out. But when God laid out the plan for your life, he lined up everything you need to fulfill your destiny. Every good break, every person, every solution. He's not trying to figure out how to do it. It's already set up. He's already set up the promotion. He's already set up the healing. That problem you don't think will turn around, he's already set up the answer. It's not a surprise to him. He had the solution before you had the problem. Those things that you're dreaming about, the desires God's put in your heart, seem so unlikely. God wouldn't have given you the dream and not made a way to bring it to pass. It's already in your future waiting for you. And if you will stay in faith and not let negative voices talk you out of it, you'll come in to what God has already set up.
There is no self-made man. Now, most of us want to believe that we're independent, that if we set our minds to do something, simply it can get done. Well, I got news for you. Unless you look to others, you can work twice as hard to get half as much. Sometimes you need a partner in a deal in order to aid you along the way. There is nothing wrong with asking for what you want. You know, for a long time, I used to think that the path to success was going at it alone, because I was always busy priding myself on not asking for help. I was homeless, I didn't want to ask for help. I lived in a car, I didn't want to ask for help. And I almost missed out. I didn't realize how many people were willing to have discussions with me about success. You know, most people that are successful, if you ask them for help, they'll give it to you. I'm talking about advice, principles, solutions, not money. See, one thing is never a good idea. Don't walk up to a wealthy person and just ask for money. You know how many times they done got that? But if you're interested in learning how to fish, a lot of people will teach you how to fish as opposed to giving you a fish sandwich. Because they know if they give you the fish sandwich, you're gonna eat it, you're gonna have to come back. A lot of people have helped me along the way. Magic Johnson, Oprah Winfrey, the president. I've had some conversations with some people who have it together, and they've taught me many things about succeeding. Now, you might think that requesting help is a huge ask, but it's not. People don't mind sharing knowledge. What is knowledge unless it's shared?
There's no question that God has a dream for every person. But with that dream always comes, with God's dream, there always comes hell's nightmare to try to steal that dream. And if you don't learn to endure the nightmare, you will never experience the dream. So many people give up and quit because they have a dream planted by God in their heart, but then comes the nightmare. I want to show you that this is a biblical pattern. I want to show you that it is impossible for God to give a person a dream, and He does give people dreams for their life. a desired end. A dream, again, is a projected destiny of where you shall be, where your family shall be, where your marriage shall be, where your life shall be. And never does God plant that in your heart with that dream that the enemy doesn't come with his nightmare. And unless you can endure hell's nightmare, you'll never experience heaven's dream for your life.
Life is 10% what happens to you, is 90% what you do about it. So the first step is getting completely and brutally honest enough to say, I am tired of myself. When you say I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's the facilitator of change. That's when you're ready to say these words, no more excuses. So the first thing you do is stop focusing on other people. Instead, focus on being the best version of you that you can. Then you'll recognize that you deserve to sit at the big table with everybody else after you become the best that you can be. Now, once you've accepted that you have as much right to success and much right to succeed as anybody else, the next step is learning how to talk the talk. You have to get fluent in the language of success so you speak it with ease. Surround yourself with people who've accomplished their dreams and immerse yourself in the culture of achievement.
You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. If you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, that is really not easy as some people will make us feel. That living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging, it's hard. But once we begin to come to grips with the fact that living is difficult, life is very challenging. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. Many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity.
I don't know if you've ever felt like life had pushed you past your breaking point, so much pressure on you that you didn't know what to do. But I found out that the power comes from the pressure. When it didn't go the way I wanted it to, when they talked about me, they were pushing. God was pulling. The hand of God has always been on your life. While people were pushing with one hand, God was pulling with the other. It's the power of the pull. To know that God was positioning me for exactly where He wanted me to be. And when you understand the power of the pull, life doesn't seem so random anymore. You understand that there was a purpose behind all of it.
God is not only strategically directing your steps, but He's orchestrating everything around you. He has the people you need that will be there not just to meet you, but they will lead you to your blessing, lead you to a promotion, lead you to the next level.
What most people do is to give up before God give you the gift. See, when you ask God for something, He boxes it up and He ships it immediately. But you have to remain on Faith Street in order to receive the gift. The problem is when God boxes up the gift and He ships it to you, He never gives you the date that the package is going to arrive. He'll never tell you that. Most people move off Faith Street before the package get there. You can't move over on the I Doubt It Boulevard. He don't ship packages to I Doubt It Boulevard. He only ship packages to Faith Street. You can't get over there on I Don't See How Circle. He don't ship nothing to I Don't See How Circle. So when you move out of faith, the package got to go back to sender.
I've heard it said, one touch of favor is worth more than a lifetime of labor. Just one good break, one phone call, meeting one right person will catapult you to a new level. You've worked hard, you've been faithful, you've honored God. Now get ready for favor. Get ready for God to show out. He's about to do something unusual, something that you haven't seen. Good breaks that you didn't work for. Promotion that you didn't deserve. You can't explain it. You can't take credit for it. It's the favor of God.